Hello, Rockstars. It is Monday, October 17th, and this is your weekly Rockstar forecast. So thank you for those of you who are on live. I always appreciate having real live faces and people to talk to each week. And for those of you tuning into the recording, I appreciate that as well. I know that if you're listening to the recording, that means you probably work during the day. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to plug into your business and your team. So a lot going on right now just to kind of cover. So I'm going to go over some of that stuff first. And the very first thing that I want to cover, I'm actually probably going to screen share with you. Coach Tober is, we're halfway through. You guys are actually participating really well. I wish that more of you were taking advantage of using Coach Tober to learn the vital behaviors. I appreciate those of you who are doing it really consistently, which speaks volumes because consistency is what we preach in this business and, of course, what yields results. However, there's lots of you not participating, and I think that you could really benefit from plugging into the daily challenges. So that being said, I added something to it at the very beginning. That was a Google spreadsheet. I'm not sure how many of you looked at it and are aware that you should be tracking on there. So I'm just going to screen share for just a moment to make sure that you guys are doing that. So can you see my screen? Someone give me a thumbs up. Of course, I don't see faces of anybody. Christina, can you see my screen? Okay, good. All right. So let me get out of that. No, let's see. So in our Coach Tober, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. No. If you go to the one that's not associated with a day, but that just kind of talks about the prizes, the rules, the extra credit, the guidelines, etc. In here, in the description of that photo, is a doc. And I'm going to open it so that I can kind of go over with you guys how you should be tracking it. So Suzanne and Sarah, it looks like you guys got that part figured out. But you're going to document every single thing that you do separately. You don't ever want to document multiple things in one thing. So it looks like, oh God, go away. It looks like Sarah and Suzanne have been doing it correctly. So they're going to put in their name, then their coach ID, and then who their sponsor is so that I can verify everything as we go through. You get points for new coach enrollment. So you want to add, as Sarah did here, the new coach that she added. So here she has Sherry Hill and Shanna Bond. Okay. If you were doing something for extra credit, obviously not everything is going to be filled in because this isn't, here, of course, this is a new coach. So it has nothing to do with the link to a live video. But if you have a link to a live video, you're going to include it here as Suzanne has done, right? If you sold a challenge pack, so I'm assuming, Sarah, that these ladies did not purchase a challenge pack, and correct me if I'm wrong. Or did you do it separately?
They did. They did get a challenge pack.
Okay, perfect. And you did it correctly because she gets points for, I'm pointing with my finger like you can see that. She gets points for adding new coaches, and she gets, even though these coaches purchased challenge packs, she entered them separately, which she did correctly because you get separate points for selling challenge packs. So she did that correctly. She entered their challenge pack order. Now, had someone just purchased Shakeology, you would put the Shakeology order number in here. Okay, and those are all the things that you can do to get points. So I just wanted to share that really quickly, make sure that everybody was aware that that was there and that you should be using it to track everything that you're entering for the Coach Tober challenge. Are we good here? Oh, Sarah.
Can I ask a quick question? Yeah. The only thing I was confused about is Sunday is go live and it's like an extra credit day. So those wouldn't count. You would put those under Sunday if you did them on Sunday, right? Like you wouldn't track them on that spreadsheet on the go live. That was my only question, is I haven't tracked any go lives on there.
Well, that's extra credit. So yeah, no, I think that it would just be under Sunday.
Okay. So if I go live on the vital behaviors any other day than Sunday, they track them on the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Perfect. Yes. Any other questions about Coach Tober? Great. So good work with it. Keep going. Let's finish October strong with Coach Tober. If you haven't been plugging in, it's not too late to join in. It's never too late to start doing something. So even if you haven't done any of the Coach Tober stuff yet, start doing it now. It's always a good time to start a good habit. And that's what Coach Tober is about. So the next thing that I wanted to cover on this month, I'm just going to pull that up really quickly. There's a lot going on this month, huh? All right, just view that. This week at noon Central Standard Time, you are going to have a live power hour with Nicole Baker. You are going to love this one. Nicole is absolutely fabulous. She's a great person to learn from. We don't record the live power hour, so if you can't be on, it's okay. Just catch the next week because the next one will be in the evening with me. So the 19th, if you can put that on your calendar at noon with Nicole Baker, watch the group for the link, the link to the call, because it's not going to be this link that we normally use. I will be in California, so I won't be able to host the call. So make sure that you're looking for that link. I think it's been posted once, but it'll probably be posted again on Wednesday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, if you haven't yet registered for your Super Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, make sure that you get your registration done for that. Everybody in DFW, you know that we're going to Super Sunday. Joel and Jericho are going to be there, as well as Carl Deichler. So it's going to be a fabulous Super Sunday here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Anybody traveling from the local area in Dallas-Fort Worth, of course, just let me know. My house is always open. I'm here to help you get where you need to be. So just let me know if you need any assistance with that. Anybody else, I would love to see you posting the link to registration in your area. You never know what rock stars live in your area. So start sharing those here in the Rockstar group. Also, the deadline is approaching for our Trot to Turkey for our November team challenge. Remember that it is going to be focused on 21-day fix, countdown to competition meal plan. They could use any workout program. So they don't have to buy, like say they just, you had a customer this month buy BOD. They would qualify for the Trot to Turkey. Why? Because I'm not looking at you guys. It's annoying. Okay. They would qualify because they have the meal portion containers and they purchased a challenge pack. So the way to qualify, of course, is to make sure that they have a challenge pack and that challenge pack has the meal portion containers, or they bought a challenge pack plus the containers. We will give them the countdown to competition plan in the group. So they can be doing whatever workout that they want to do. Does that make sense? Does that clarification help you guys a little bit? So it's not that they have to buy that workout, because I get it. That's one. I just only sell Beachbody On Demand anymore. It just doesn't make sense to have people buy one program when they could get all of them and have those digital unlocks. So just so you know, that cutoff is going to be October 30th. Make sure that all your, challenge packers are getting ready to be in the Trot to Turkey. We're going to give them the countdown to competition plan, and we're going to follow that from November, I believe, November 1st up until the day before Thanksgiving. So that may be more than 21 days. I'm fine with that. We're just going to do it for that duration, and then let them enjoy their Thanksgiving meal, and then have them realize that one day isn't going to undo everything, and kind of prep them through Thanksgiving. So I don't have any graphics made for the Trot to Turkey. Jessica Vigeland had some really cute ones. Use whatever you want. Use pictures of you. Get creative. I didn't do any marketing for this one, so you really have free range to do whatever kind of marketing you want. But I think now, especially that we're in the second half of October, is a great time to really push that group and that opportunity for people to get shredded and to stay on course and stay the track during that upcoming holiday season. Okay? So trot to turkey. Also, just so you guys know what I'm doing, I'm going to be doing a thanks and giving free challenge in November. I went back and forth. I normally don't do free challenges, but I decided to do one for November. So I'm going to do a November thanks and giving. It's not going to be open to current coaches. It's only going to be for my free to my leads and my customers and stuff. But just to give you an idea of things that you can do in November, maybe that will build momentum going into. I actually normally have a really strong December. It's usually pretty easy to get people to spend a little bit of money on themselves when they are buying gifts for everybody else, with the intention of being able to say, hey, you'll buy it now and we'll get started in January. That way you have it and you don't have to worry about it, after the holidays or anything like that. You'll just have it in your hands and we can get started in January. So December is usually a pretty strong month. But to help with that, if we can do some free challenges and really add a lot of value throughout the month of November and be that person that people see as their go-to person, then it's going to make the December, January, February really strong for you. Okay. So think about what value you could add. And something also to consider when you're asking yourself that question. I was reading Girl Code actually last night, and it came to me, one of the quotes in there was, what do you wish already existed? And I was like, wow, what a great question to ask when thinking about how to better serve our customers, right? Because our avatar is usually a lot like ourselves. So if I could think, if I could have a brainstorming session on what did I wish already existed, what a great brainstorming session. So think about that as well when you're thinking about what value you could add through the month of November when you do a free group. Okay? Let's see. So next up. Sorry, there's a lot to cover today. Team Spirit competition. Registration opened yesterday, I believe. So now registration is open. I haven't actually made a final decision on how I'm going to move forward with the Team Spirit competition. So I will let you know when I make a final decision here in the next couple of days. But feel free to start brainstorming on the Rockstar page. Think about, throw out there some ideas saying, hey, here's some ideas I was having for the Team Spirit competition. Would anybody else be interested in that? Or, list your ideas below. So be thinking about who you feel called towards, who your avatar is, what you'd like to do with that group. Because I have an idea, but the groups didn't, the competition wasn't set up exactly the way I thought. So I'm going to make a decision for myself here shortly, and it'll affect some of you on the team and some of you it won't. So let's all start brainstorming to make sure that we all get on teams and that we can all find a brand and a team to be a part of. Yes or yes? Good. So we'll be working on that the next couple of weeks, making sure that everybody has a team that they identify with. Next up, looking forward just a little bit to October 31st and forward, of course, on the 31st, Core to Force launches. I will actually get my hands on a signed copy this week while I'm in California from Joel and Jericho. So that's something that we get to have, I guess, when we go out there. So I'll have my full program this week. So maybe next week I will unbox it with you guys or something. I don't know. I'll have to do an unboxing, I guess. But here is, again, just looking forward what we're going to be doing. You'll see all of this on the November calendar, but I like to only give you 1 month of a calendar at a time because I don't want you to be thinking too far ahead. I want you to be thinking about hitting Success Club this month and helping people this month. But I do want to kind of give you a sense of where we're going with the Core to Force launch. So here we go. We're going to run 2 separate groups for the Core to Force launch. The first group that we are going to run is going to be coaches only. You have to be a Rockstar Presenters coach to be in the first group. All right. What we're going to do, because it's available the 31st, I'm going to get everybody that's a coach 1 week to get their order in. So you can order from October 31st through November 6th. If you want to participate as a coach in the Rockstar Presenters Coach Core to Force group. What we're going to focus on in that coach group is of course, holding one another accountable to the meal plan, to doing the workouts, etc., right? That's one portion of it, being a product of the product and making sure that during this tough holiday season that we are sticking to our plans. Yes or yes? The second aspect we're going to focus on in the Coach Core to Force Challenge group is how we are messaging that to our audience, encouraging each other to post those videos, video clips of us doing the workouts, post the sweaty selfies, posting progress reports, sharing, doing an unboxing for our, live on our page. So really focusing on how, encouraging each other to get that Core to Force excitement out there. Yes or yes? So that means that the cutoff to order Core to Force, if you want to be in the Rockstar Presenters Core to Force Challenge group, is going to be November 6th. Then we're going to do a Monday, November 14th start date. Yes, that means that we're going to be Core to Forcing over the holidays, but I think that's super inspirational to the people that are watching us. Again, you want to be that person they think about when they are ready, and they're going to want to be with the person who stuck with it through the holidays. Okay, so November 6th, just for your financial planning purposes, November 6th, you want to get Core to Force ordered no later than November 6th. We're going to do a November 14th start date. Now, for the Core to Force, the other group, which is going to be our Rockstar Presenters Customer Challenge group, if you would like to participate in the Customer Challenge group and join us in leading that, there's going to be 2 cutoffs, but 1 start date. I'm gonna propose that everybody that's our customers that orders Core to Force in November, that we provide a bonus for them. Okay, and I am open to everybody doing whatever bonus they feel comfortable with for their customers. So maybe you give them an extra week's worth of Shakeology. Maybe you give them, I don't know what. Maybe you give them a book, a personal development book that, you feel comfortable utilizing throughout the group. I really don't want to put pressure on you guys to do whatever I'm going to do for a giveaway. I think that's what's lovely about this, is that we can all do our own bonus, but there has to be an incentive. As I was planning this, there has to be an incentive to order early in November, right? Because I want everybody to be able to hit Success Club in November as well. So all of November, you can be promoting, just this month, when you order Core to Force, you get X. Okay? However, that's not going to be the cutoff for the Rockstar group. They can continue to order through December 23rd to be included in the group. But you're going to have to be a stickler. December 1st through the 23rd, if they order, they don't get the bonus. Right? It's just for November. Does that make sense, guys? The why we would do it that way? Because here's the thing. We need to give them November to see us doing it. And then I'm not really comfortable starting a group in December, because whenever I have had December groups, they really tend to fizzle. Every once in a while, I've done a 21-day fixed group, the 1st through the 21st, but it's tough. So I would rather us focus on us as coaches doing our group and sharing that messaging, right? And then if you feel the need on your own to run a challenge group in December, go ahead. But I think the focus should be on us. So with that said, November orders get the bonus, whatever you decide that to be. Then December 23rd is going to be the cutoff for a January 2nd start date. So we'll probably do a really quick prep from Friday to Monday. So we won't do an entire prep week. We'll prep Friday to Monday, and then we'll start Monday, January 2nd. And that will be the Rockstar Presenters Core to Force Challenge group. Of course, you can choose to market it as a test group. People love that marketing. Did I share Melanie's video with the Rockstar group? Or did I put it in VIPs? I put it in Rocks. I don't. Amber, well, you don't know. Sarah, did you see a video by Melanie Mitchell about the Quarter Force launch?
No.
Okay. So I will grab that and share it because I couldn't say it any better than she already did. So I will share that in the Rockstar Presenters group. Melanie has some really, really great ideas about how to do your Quarter Force launch. Okay, so I will share that today with you guys in there to give you ideas about, how to be promoting it and where and kind of the details. But does anybody have any questions about either of the Quarter Force groups? Any questions at all?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
The Trot to Turkey, when does that start?
It starts Tuesday. We're doing a Tuesday start. Sorry, give me a second to look at my calendar. Tuesday, November 1st.
Okay.
So we're going to just do a really short prep, probably like the 30th and the 31st, and then off and running on the 1st of November.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Which is a Tuesday, but I really hated to start on Halloween. I figured let people have fun, eat their candy, and then start fresh on the, you don't want to set people up for failure right off day one. Everybody's going to have a piece of candy, and then they're going to be like, I don't want to do the challenge because I screwed up on day one. So.
Right.
So we're going to let them eat their candy on the 31st and then get started on the 1st, which is a Tuesday, which is weird, but I didn't want to waste a week of November either, so we're just doing it a little bit different this time. Okay. So the last thing, because I always want to share a training tip with you guys, and I struggled this morning with what I wanted to share, and then I went, you know what, just say it. So I'm just going to say it. I'm going to be forthright with you guys. There is constantly, it's probably the number one thing I talk about with coaches, from new coaches all the way on up to my Star Diamonds. I have the same conversations with every single type of coach out there. And these conversations constantly revolve around the people who aren't showing up or the people who quit, whether it's in challenge groups or with our coaches. And I'm going to say this today. Why are we spending so much of our time and energy on the people who aren't here? I thought of this, I have a good example, as I know many of you are familiar with group fitness, right? Obviously, I was a group fitness instructor and a master trainer. And one of the things that I would always tell my students, you walk into a class and it's normally really big, and then this time of year, class sizes start to tank. They just go down, right? You walk into your Group X room and a class that, let's just say normally has 30 people, and you realize there's like maybe 10 in class. What if the first thing you said was, where is everybody? What do you think those 10 people feel like? What? I don't matter? I'm the one that showed up. I'm here. So do I spend an hour being pissed off and thinking and worrying about all the 20 students that didn't show up that day? Or do I teach a great class to the students who showed up, those 10 people who are there? Now, it seems kind of obvious in that situation, right? Because it's an in-person situation. Obviously, I'm going to teach to those 10 students. I'm going to love on them for that hour. I may still wonder where the other 20 are, but it doesn't stop me from being great with the 10 that showed up, right? And I want you to translate that to your business, okay? Ask yourself, why are you spending so much time and effort and energy worrying about the people that are not showing up to your calls, that are not showing up to team events, that are not showing up to Super Saturdays, that are not showing up to your page and post, like to your team page and posting and sharing and coordinating and adding value? Why are you focused on the people that are never, ever, ever adding any value to your team or anything else? When meanwhile, you may have one or two who are. And ask yourself this, what if you just focused on those people who showed up and you worked your ass off to give them the best experience, to add value to those few participants who did show up for class, so to speak. And if you did that, do you think that more people, because of the law of attraction, whether you believe in that or karma or just the nature of what we do, would attract more people like them to you, right? Where you shine a light in your life is what shines in your life. So if you're constantly shining a light on the people who don't show up, what are you always going to see? More people who don't show up. If you shift that light and focus on those who show up, those challengers in your group who are posting, and you add value to them like you wouldn't believe, and you coach them, and maybe you even do more one-on-one with them because maybe they're the only one in the group that's showing up. Isn't that more positive and uplifting to shine your light on that person than the ones over here? What if you have just 2 people showing up to your team call? Do you spend the whole team call bitching that nobody else showed up? Is that adding value to the 2 people who showed up? Or do you add value and shine a light on those 2 people and help them with their struggles and help them and collaborate and brainstorm and work with them? Right? It seems so commonsensical when I say it to you like this, but acting on it is a whole entirely different story, because especially this time of year, October and November, conversation after conversation, after phone call, after team call, I spend time lifting everybody up because they're focusing on the people that aren't showing up. So I really, really want to encourage, and if I have a tip today, it's focus on those who are showing up. Interact with those people on Facebook who are still liking your comments, who are watching your live videos, who are messaging you, right? Focus on that. Shine your light on that. For everybody in your team who is getting a Success Club point, who is, reaching out, sending you their vital behaviors, participating in the different things that you're offering, shine your light on them. Okay? And if you're like, but I literally have nobody to shine a light on, then what you're going to shine a light on is that audience that you have on Facebook. Find somebody to recognize, whether they're a customer or not. Pat them on the back for something. Continue to add value. Share those recipes. Be an inspiration. Stay away from all the negative stuff that's going on right now, because this environment right now definitely has people divided. So find a way to bring everybody together. Let your page be a place where people can come for positive, uplifting, inspiring, come togetherness, right? So I really just want to emphasize to you, show up for the people who show up for you. That is how you get through the tough times. That's how you get through the struggle. And that's how you grow a healthy business and, more importantly, a healthy attitude towards your business. All right. So thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you so much. It's today's call was a little bit long, so I apologize for that, but we had a lot to get through and then we started a couple of minutes late. So thank you guys for being on live. I will get this recording up. Please share it with your teams. Hopefully it was helpful. And if you're watching the recording and you have questions, just ask in the comments below. Honestly, if you are wondering, someone else probably is too. So it's helpful when you ask questions publicly that everybody can see them. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Let's make this week a great week. Bye.